What's up, guys? User friendly here. I'm gonna do the upper reaches today, but we got this new fancy uh, distorted chorus thing going on here. I thought it'd be fun to give you guys my take on it versus doing it regularly. Um, if you take a look, it's Howling Soulcore, and you get this fun special ability that turns you into one of these guys. Your first ability is a casted single target. Your second ability is a no cooldown AoE. Your third ability is a 90% damage reduction, and your fourth is a teleport. So I'm just gonna give you guys a little bit of a show and how these work. Basically, if it's little targets, you just want to spam two. You can go from place to place, spamming it up. I use this ability on my last run. To be honest, it's okay. It gets a lot more powerful when you get some more upgrades to it. One of the most notable ones being you get an increased anima when you're in it, or increased phantasm. So that's nice. I'm going to take this ability just because it's useful for this phase. I'm going to try to stick to this phase. I would recommend, if you're doing this, if you're trying to be efficient, spending the first couple floors outside of your ability, outside of this talent thing, because it's okay, but it's not super fantastic. It's really great when it gets more powerful. You get upgrades for it to make it do more damage, that increase the range of the chorus. Ones that make it so every time you pop phase shift, you get a heal, which is very nice. At the beginning, you kind of just have to use phase shift proactively, because all it is a damage reduction. You do want to try to work in your cast of your number one if you're trying to kill anything that has any sort of reasonable damage, or reasonable health. One of the upgrades, it will make it so that your number ones have a dot component afterwards. That shit was on cooldown. Tried to turn and cast on that. See if we can power it up. The cooldown on Wailing Blast is reduced by 2 seconds. Yep, I like that. That's fun. So we're going to focus on this form. We're going to power it up. So you can see it, when not crit, it only hits for about 2 or 3 times what one of your normal AoE blasts hits for. So if you're hitting more than one target, you really don't want to bother to cast your number one. You can also get more charges of your little charge ability. More charges and a lower cooldown, so you can zip all around if you want to. Bite off more than I can chew right now. I think we act with that border torment over there. Remember, like I said, keep your one on cooldown. You can use your 3 proactively. Power here. Increases the number of charges of Twisting Shadows by 2 and reduces its cooldown. Yeah, it's a teleport around. Wailing Blast ruptures the target ears, inflicting shadow damage. So these are both really good ones. This one gives your Wailing Blast a dot component, which is nice. This one just makes you go faster. I'm going to take this one for now, just because I like the damage. You see it stacks up there. It also stacks up too if you cast it multiple times. I think it goes with the 5 stack. So it's probably in your best interest to cast it on multiple targets. But as you can see, you take I mean, you're pretty tanky in this form. I don't know that it's faster, but I think part of the reason for doing this was to make it more entertaining, so much more than, you know, making it faster. There is an ability that that you can get added to it that makes it so every time that you pop phase shift, you heal. It also heals everything around you, so it will heal your pets as well. And right now, we're just kind of dying. Something that I will let you guys know. Your health is your health. If you die in this form, it doesn't spit you back out and put you in your other form. You are simply dead, and you do lose a life, so be aware. You can, however, go in and out of the form as you please. All right, since we're gonna commit here, we're gonna make it so my phase shifts increase my movement speed. Ow! Yeah, you see that? That hurts. I'm gonna get out, get myself some food. Get my Seraph Tenders in. It's really great for these levels that have all these traps. Alright, let's go. Ow! Wee-hee-hee. Guys, that hurts. Almost got hit by that too. Let's see what we got here. I guess I'll go with that one because it works inside. This weak aura is for my trinket, so we will turn it on real quick. So it could be fun if you know what you're doing and you're trying to get yourself killed. Ow. Cast on that guy. Poof. See what power we get over here. Anytime you assume the foe you're healed for 15 seconds. Alright, so we're gonna go with that just because it's the only one that is relevant. That one gives you a heal if you get in or out of chorus form. Because it could be useful in emergency. Perfect world, you probably shouldn't be getting out of form very often. You know what? I'm gonna turn my pet taunt off. I'm sure I use my phase shift on cooldown just because it doesn't matter too much at this point. Like I said, there's no heal associated with it, so you might as well blow it on cooldown. Or if you know you're gonna take some big attack. One of the downside of this is there's no interrupt. I'm gonna abandon this form just so I can win here. All right, so it's not absolute. Because we're committing. Normally I would have taken the trap ability there, but since we're committing to the Dreadful Chorus, we will commit to the Dreadful Chorus. Teleport over right after the fire finishes. You do get to move around pretty quick. Get a couple of the abilities that reduce the cooldown. We're gonna go see what ability we get from the end before we go over to the vendor. So we're not swimming in a whole lot of anima this time around. Alright, 25% Phantasm or Radius the Scream of Pain is used. I'm going to take the Phantasm because I don't care so much about the Scream of Pain radius. It's nice, but it's not the end all be all. Let's see what the vendor's got here. We're going to take our fiber. You can also buy some of these abilities directly, which is nice. So, this right here, Shifting Sustenance. I'm going to go ahead and buy that. Then we can get the Scream of Pain if we want to also. Wailing Blast is... Cooldown of Wailing Blast is reduced. Yeah, we're going to take that. Just because I like the single target. Increases the maximum number of charges of Phase Shift by 1, so that's nice. But he's another good one. Let's see what we get here. That's kind of useless. I guess we'll take the Mastery. Alright, let's keep going with the funness that is this fun power-up. You guys notice I just switched targets. It turns your number 1 into essentially a barb shot situation. But you want to put it up on multiple targets if you can. So I saw that, if you saw it took another cooldown reduction on my wailing whatever. So now it's down to a 2-second cooldown, so you can pretty much chain catch that on single targets. Or do, I don't know, one every other cast. So if you guys notice, my phase shift there healed my pet up So now, without even with 0 charges, it's a heal every 12 seconds, which is, you know, very nice. And there's another ability that will reduce the amount of damage that you take by 25% when you're in this form, which in and of itself, combined with the stagger 2 of phase shift, makes you pretty much invincible. Can't use my Looterang in this form now, so that's a minus. Alright, see, yeah, this is another one right here. Increases Phantasm earned by 50%, another 50% while I'm in this form. Plus the 25% from before, we should start raking it in. See how powerful we can get this bad boy before the fight's over, before the level's over. Woo, okay.
You are hunted.
See if we get any special powers from these guys. I'm gonna pop my phase shift. Heals my pet up. So honestly, it's a really nice safety measure to be able to just keep your pet alive with phase shifts, and then not have to worry about it until your pet dies. You don't have to worry about your own HP. Alright, see if we get special power here. No. You know, this would be really great if it worked on fears as well, but it doesn't, so it's kind of useless to us at the moment. Get off of that as quickly as possible. I'm gonna start popping phase shift just to heal my pet. I'm gonna go with more Phantasm, just because I don't really not gonna really need those heal orbs. It's gonna get even less of an issue when if I can get one of those abilities that makes it so that I have more charges of phase shift. And the extra anima is nice. Or Phantasm, whatever the fuck it's called. So I'm basically gonna rotate to Wailing Blast or Scream of Pain. You basically do a Wailing Blast and then a Scream of Pain. Weak auras are obviously doing a great job. Pop your phase shift to heal your pet. Alright, that's not bad. Your haste is increased by sure. No. I'll take the casting time. Just because, like I said, I'm focusing on this form. Might not be the best idea. Might not suit your playstyle. But it's what we're going with. can also get increased stacks of the wailing blast dots, which is really nice. It's in your best interest to make sure that you're using your teleport as much as possible. Sometimes it can be difficult to remember. And it is on your global cooldown, so, you know, I freed all those dudes. And then I forgot to open them up. You know, they put the speed increase component into phase shift and not the teleport, which I think would be 1,000 times more useful. Royal Advisor. So how many Scream of Pains you want to throw in between your Wailing Blasts when you have it at this many stacks? I don't know. See if I can get away from the sphere. Phase shift pet. Getting one more charge, or the ability that gives me one more charge of phase shift would be very nice. Or doubling up on the heal. That's another one you can double up on all the abilities. Getting an extra charge and increasing the heal. I think this one that reduces the cooldown as well. All very useful. If you're committing to this form, that is. Without a pet, you could probably kite these guys around pretty efficiently too. Not sure if this form melees. Guessing looks like it doesn't. Alright, so there's no real cooldowns, you just kind of go into this shenanigans, so here we go. Go ahead and pop my heal. Pretty simple rotation. 1, 2, 2 at this point. Depending on what your cooldowns is, you probably get 3 in the middle. But alright, see what we got here. Mash phase shift. Ah, here we go. That's a good one. 50% more. I want extra charge and phase shift. That's really handy for emergencies. Especially like on this boss that we're gonna get at here. I don't know if this is an option in Twisting Corridor. Might be really interesting if it was.
For you, I offer only the finest.
Alright, I'm gonna get my cheapo one. And let's look at these abilities. Anytime you assume different, no heal one, no. Phase shift charge, that's good. 10% movement speed increase, that's always nice, but at this point it's kind of pointless. Double Soulfire Embers. I'm gonna get this. That increases the heal, and this increases the number of charges again. So, Scream of Radius doesn't really help anything. I'll take the movement speed just for fun.
Until our
Let's see what my orb gets me. Hey, another phase shift charge. So I got 4. Alright. Let's give this guy the business. Alright, so I started my charges. At this point, I think I'll be able to heal way more than this guy will ever be able to put out damage. I mean, yeah, I had a full charge up again before I needed to use another one, so. Oh no, Shadow Lock. Pretty sure if I needed to, you can just drop out of this form and run. But I mean, this guy doesn't seem to be able to even out DPS these phase shift charges at this point. I mean, he's winning. Technically, he's doing damage faster than my phase shift charges, but it would take half an hour before I got to the point where I couldn't heal faster than he's doing damage. And he's getting ready to die. So, you know, there you have it. It is what it is. Is it better? I don't know. I get the impression that it's safer. But, I don't know. It's up to you guys. I mean, if you're going for speed, I don't know. Probably, it's probably pretty fast at the end of the day. But, you know, I don't know. It's a personal call. I do it once at least, just for fun. Beyond that, you know, it is what it is. Make your own choices, guys. But thanks for watching.